Hey, what's going on, guys? Cynthia with the Lift program and CW Fitness. And so today I just want to come on here and talk about the scale. I see so many different fitness companies and trainers and things like that that say, throw away the scale, just get rid of the scale. It doesn't matter. And I disagree with that. I disagree with that a lot, especially if you're on the weight loss journey. You have to weigh in. That's part of it's one of the objective measures to measure your progress, to know if what you are doing is working. Is it the only measure? No, I don't think that should be the only thing and that you use to justify or reason that you're making progress. But is it one of the ways that you should measure your progress? Absolutely. You have to weigh in. And so there's a few different things that I do with my clients. We have lots of measurable objectives that we use throughout their process to make sure that they are working towards the goals that we have set. For an example, right now I have a client that I'm reverse dieting. And I did a talk about reverse dieting before, and that's where this client has yo-yo dieted several different times using several different programs over the last 2 to 3 years. And so what we're basically undoing all of that. I am gradually increasing her calories and her metabolic capacity, helping her hormones heal, getting her gut health back in line, working on all of those things, but we're increasing calories. And during that increasing calorie part, you're not gonna lose any weight. You might initially, because I'm gonna clean up the foods that you're eating and your food choices are gonna be different, but I don't expect clients to lose weight during the reverse dieting process. And that's the hardest, I guess, step to get clients past, is mentally understanding that here initially, okay, you're not going to lose any weight. You have to go through this process with me of getting your metabolic capacity up here so that you have more room when we do a cut to drop those calories and not live a miserable life. And on top of that, having a higher metabolic capacity, once we hit your maintenance levels and you've reached your goals and things like that, if you're much more happy eating 2,000 calories a day, you're able to live life, you can go out with your friends on the weekend and have a drink and a little splurge here and there, and it's not gonna mess with you like it does right now, where you eat those super low calories through the week, and then you go out on the weekend and you splurge, and then you put on 3 pounds over the weekend, and you're like, how is this possible when I ate this low over the weekend? Blah, 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 blah. Go back and watch my video on reverse dieting. You can find that on my YouTube channel. But anyways, so the client I get back to that I am reverse dieting right now, the scale hasn't changed, but we do measurements as well. And this week she lost an inch off her shoulders, her waist, and her hips. And the reason for that is we got her doing the correct types of exercises to build lean mass and help us burn fat mass. And we also changed up her foods. We got her eating more whole foods. Your body knows how to break down and process a piece of chicken breast versus a Snickers bar, which it's like, what the hell is this? What do I do with this? So your body operates better on whole foods, and it's your results physically and aesthetically are going to be better when you're eating those types of foods. So through strength training, some serious strength training, and cleaning up her diet, and then a few other things that I work on with my clients, her composition is changing. So we are replacing fat mass with lean mass, which is why her inches have gone down, but the scale has not. So basically we're trading pound for pound fat and muscle tissue at this point, which is perfect and exactly where I want this client to be. I'm getting her super, super healthy. And as soon as I get her up to her capacity, then I will start incorporating the cuts, and then we'll see the scale come down along with the measurements and the other things that we do to measure someone's progress. But so I come back to this, that the scale is not the ultimate objective measurement when it comes to weight loss. And if you're doing it, and too many people aren't I don't know how to say this nicely, but they put too much into the scale and what the scale says. And they look at it, and if they're up a pound from yesterday, they consider themselves bad. They blew it, they didn't do this. If they're down, then they consider themselves good. And just like, one cheeseburger isn't bad and one salad isn't good, you can't apply that to the scale. You have to just look at it as an objective measurement and realize you're going to fluctuate 1% to 2% in body weight every day. That depends on your water intake, your sodium intake, your workouts that you're doing, your stress level, your sleep, the water intake. Did I say that? Your water intake, the foods that you're eating, all of that is going to fluctuate 1% to 2% on the amount of water you retain on a day-to-day basis. So looking at the scale daily and letting it drive you crazy because you're up one day and down the next, and then letting that affect your mood or making you feel good or bad about yourself is what you need to work on, not throwing away the scale. The scale is just a number on the scale. And this is why I do average weights with my clients. We don't just, pick one day of the week and use that as a measurement, because of the fluctuations you have on a day-to-day basis. If you're losing weight, your weekly averages should trend down week after week after week. But in those weeks, even if you're losing weight, you're gonna see the scale fluctuate, and it's totally, totally normal. So I like all of my clients weigh themselves every single day. Those that are on the weight loss journey absolutely weigh themselves every single day. And we work on it as much as, using it as an objective measure to get those averages each week, but mentally to learn it's just a scale. It's just going to read a number each week. It's not a big deal. We're just using it like we use our measurements, like we use body fat, like we use all the other different things that we do inside of our program to measure progress on a week-to-week basis. It's just numbers. And I basically put a number to everything so that we can look at it week to week and see watching those numbers change as far as energy levels, sleep hours, water intake, workouts, all of that kind of stuff we look at. And on a week-to-week basis, move and adjust it as necessary. So the long short story of this is the scale is not the bad guy, guys. The scale is not a bad guy. It's actually a very good measure to use on a week-to-week basis. Now, if it absolutely mentally screws you, then do it just once a week. But you still have to get on the scale if you are on a weight loss journey, okay? Yes, the way your clothes are fitting is a great way for you to tell if you're making progress, which is why you do measurements. That's basically the same thing. Measurements are a great way. Your energy level, your skin, your sleep, your workout quality, all of these things are measurements that you are getting healthier and you are feeling better. And they're all just as important as the other one. They all matter in the game. They all have an exact percentage in the piece of pie that makes up your whole thing of how you are doing and if you are making progress towards your goal. So you're going to disagree with me if you want, about the scale, but if you're serious about making progress, you're serious about learning how to live a sustainable, healthy life and the choices that are needed to be made to do that, you have to weigh in. You have to weigh in. I'm, almost 32 weeks pregnant, and I still weigh myself in every day. And I mean, especially right now, the fluid retention and everything going on, my scale is all over the board. But I'm keeping a watchful eye on it the whole time, just so I know where I'm at. And I'm also kind of just, geeky like that. And it's cool. Like, I'll remember what I did the day before. Like, was it a serious leg day when I'm pregnant, and how much water did I have? And I'll watch the scale go up just to watch and learn about my body, and teaches me about my body. But anyway, so that's my take. Yes, you have to use a scale. Don't throw it away if you're on a weight loss journey. What you need to work on is your mental relationship with the scale, not the scale and getting rid of it. You got to work on you. You got to hold the accountability to weigh yourself in to make that progress. It's just the way it is, guys. The truth sucks and the truth hurts sometimes, but the more you do it and the more you get past that mental block, I guarantee the progress that you're going to make once you do that. So, all right, have a good day. I hope that was helpful.